What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Bronze Bees. So this is the new hive we put together. It is the, I guess, Walmart version, the Chinese version of the flow hive, but it's not a flow hive. I think they call it something different because it's copyrighted. There's a lot of things about this that I do and don't like. A lot of people online have been saying that the pieces, the joints, you have to sand them down to get them to fit. I did not have that problem. As you can see, mine went together fairly good. They're not squared. They're more of an angled cut. If you look at there, you can see that's not a perfect square right there. That goes down, this comes up, that goes together. And all I did was I put the side straight, laid the front on there, and then used my trusty old rubber mallet. Just banged it down until it basically got completely flush. I didn't put a lot of glue. They say you should use wood glue. They're really, for this one, you almost didn't need it because it is, like I said, it's not boxed. So these joints are gonna hold a lot better than just the squared off joints that go inside the side. Obviously, pardon the mess. My garage is currently under redoing. I need to organize everything. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a quick overview. I'm just gonna show you the pros and cons, the things that I do and things that I don't like. Some things that I've seen people do online. Like I said, they sand this down. I don't see a reason for it. And other things about it, just like I've seen people put the screen mesh on the bottom instead of the top. It's actually inside of here. I put it up, the screen mesh, to stop the bees from getting up top and building combs up here. That's just gonna be a hassle if that's the case and they've managed to get up there. Some people put it on the bottom, they screw it into the bottom down here so it leaves more airflow. That is a good idea. This, I don't believe, is the purpose for the screen in this kit. If I look, you guys just kind of walking around with me. This is the instructions that it came with. Modifying that's not the right instructions. So it comes with instructions if you want to modify your lamb stalk box and put the hive part, the flow honeycombs in there. I swear, there's another piece of paper in here. There it is. Found it. So here it's showing the screen board actually does go up top, not on the bottom. People are putting the screen on YouTube on the bottom for airflow. It can be done. I wouldn't recommend it with the screen it came with. I would recommend getting a third-party screen to put in there. Just like this shows the screen of the queen excluder. Doesn't come with a queen excluder. That does not come in the package. Also, what doesn't come in the package is there's a gap here, and I don't like the gap. I would think this should be a full-size board, and I was like, well, maybe this is supposed to be a full-size board, then why would they give me two this size? So both these are the front, just for the bees to get in and out of the front. And then there's this piece up here. I don't get why. So the back piece isn't even a board, it's this. And these are the parts, when I was saying the sanding, these are the parts that I think need sanding down. Like, I can't open this right now. At least not one-handed. There we go. Oh, maybe I can. So this is tough. I don't like the yanking that I have to do to get this piece on and off. It's a giant pain. And you gotta beat on it to get it to go back in. Yeah, see, this is the piece that needs sanded. And the sides right here for the little windows. This will need some sanding done, obviously. I can't get it back in. This is, there we go. The problem with those. So the board itself, the edge here, I'm going to have to sand this down and do it on both sides. And then I'm going to sand this down so this comes in and out easier. Also, if you're wondering about the screws and the screw holes, a lot of people say this wood is very soft, which it is an extremely soft wood. It splits. It does split. I'm fortunate, did not have any splits. The only split I got was right here. That's it. and it's going to affect the hive none whatsoever. All the holes for the roof, all these, this is all pre-drilled. They drilled everything. They did a good job. The things they didn't drill is I want to put some screws in here just to reinforce the box and make it a little bit stronger. And they put screw holes. I don't understand why. So this piece right here has a screw hole and a screw hole. Now this is just so you can get to the top of the flows, comb flows. I don't understand why they did it. Everything is pre-drilled, worked great. The roof was perfect. You do have to drill your own hole to put the locking hardware on. And these for the knobs were pre-drilled, so you don't have to worry about those. But right now it's all of the locking hardware, and then it's gonna be the boxes themselves. I'm gonna have to drill into each one to get that taken care of. But give me a second, I'm gonna go ahead and take this thing apart and show you the inside. All right, now that I got this thing entirely apart, basically the pieces you're gonna get, this is the bottom board. I'm getting ready to knock over on the ground. This is the base, here's the bottom. It does not have any ventilation. I don't like the fact that it doesn't come with any ventilation, but like I said, that's an easy fix. You would just take the brood box for the bottom and install your own screen down underneath. Take it, set it right on top of here. Bees will go ahead and seal it, so like all the other boxes, it just kind of sits there. There's no clipping or anything you have to worry about. You just sit it on there. Got your bee entrance and exit right down here. There is a piece that I didn't show earlier. There's a couple extra pieces that it came with. I haven't finished completely building it yet. This I need to I need to drill some screw holes out on the sides, here and here, and mount it. This is a pre-cut piece they send, so you can limit your bees' entrance and the exit. So that way you don't have to worry about anything else getting in there. You can just kind of limit them. That's all it is. It's a limiter. So it blocks as it's a reducer, reduces the amount of bees that can get in and out at one given time. Makes it a little bit easier on the guard bees, so that way they don't have to worry about this entire slot. They just have to worry about the two little holes on either side. So that's that main piece. The next piece up, you would just go ahead and you would take the super, which, give me a second, well, obviously when you first put your kit together and you put your bees in there, they're not ready to lay honey. You just go ahead and put the screen on top of this after you go ahead and put your frames in, which I'm still putting together my frames. We'll go ahead and just sit it right down in there. Then you just put the screen on top of that, and you put the roof on top, make sure they get their cells going really well. But the super, give me 1 second, I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up. Yeah, I'll be right back. I got this on top. Sorry, that was definitely a two-handed operation. I didn't want you guys staring at the ceiling or anything because I don't have a tripod. You got the super goes on top, just kind of sit it on there. I'm gonna take this piece off. Your hives, your flows. It does fit 7, which is pretty nice. And they fit in there snug. They're pretty tight. There's not a lot of wiggle room for these guys. They're measured out perfectly. I do like that. There's no, like, literally that wiggle room right there. It's nothing. That's barely anything. So these guys work great. On top of this, you obviously go ahead and put this on. This piece is a legit pain. There we go. So that goes on there. You would take your screen, set your screen on top. That just, with this being on top, it just prevents the bees from getting into the roof. Now, if you want them to go in and out and build comb, you can do that because they have the holes on both sides where the bees can get in and out. I don't want them doing that. I don't want them doing comb up top. That's just gonna be a giant hassle. It's gonna be a mess to clean up. And this sits down on top. The other thing is, if you don't have this screen up top, it's not easy to do one-handed. So if you don't have the screen up top and you put the roof on. Now that I got it all together, I'm not gonna take it off again. But what happens is, this piece, like, it takes the weight of the roof sitting on these knobs, and it'll go like that. There's no fixing that. It's gonna sit like this with the weight of the roof. And I didn't like that. So the screen definitely up top. Forget other YouTubers, they don't know what they're talking about. That's where it goes. The other thing, let's go ahead and take this off. Well, you sand that down. Take that off. We'll go ahead and take this piece off. And for example, take this. All right, let's set these down here. And we will take this side off again. Now there is a side piece. There's one on this side, and if you come around, there's one over here also. So you do have a viewing window from both sides. It does come with a key, and it also comes with a bunch of the little flow ports that you can stick in to drain the honey out. But I also saw a lot of people say when you open it and you turn it, it opens fine. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get both in the picture at the same time. You can't really see. But like I said, when you open it up, it does rotate 90 degrees. Now some people are saying, oh, when you close it, you don't know when it's fully closed because it doesn't rotate a full 90 degrees. It only goes like 45. Well, I don't know what box they have because they're wrong. That's 90 degrees. 90 degree close. Go ahead and show you. See if I can get close enough to the hive there. I'm gonna go ahead and open it. All the hives are, cells are opened up. Honey's draining, all that fun stuff. And when you go to close it, it resets. Works perfectly. I don't see any problem. Other people, another thing that I saw a lot of comments about was the cells weren't realigning. But if you look, not having that issue. They all lined up almost perfectly. And I've done this test on all 7 of the flows that came with it, and they're all the same. They all work flawlessly. So I do give them props and credit for that. Besides that, yeah, guys, this is basically it. This is the system. All I gotta do now is I wanna get a small piece of wood to run across right here, because I don't like the gap. So I'm gonna put a piece of wood in right there. I'm gonna fashion a piece of wood together because I don't want bees getting in and out from the top. I'm gonna put something right here to block this entrance off. And then put my queen excluder in, and I probably will get another screen to go on the bottom just to ventilate a little bit better up. It'll be better for it. That way I can put a whiteboard on top of this so I can make sure, like mite control and everything. I wanna pay attention to all of that, make sure all the bees are healthy and good. I am going to be painting this one soon, and 2 other things that it does come with that I didn't mention are these boards. So this is for, I don't know, they didn't really say. It's not in instructions anywhere. I believe this is for, like, for example, you want to put these frames in. Let's say I put 2 frames in, and that's all I want. I can block off the rest. So the bees will not go past that to the open spot. They'll think they only have a 2-frame brood box. Or a 5-frame brood box, or however many frames you want to put before you put this in there. Why they gave me 2, I don't know. Like I said, they're not anywhere in the instructions whatsoever. This is your instructions also. They don't really do that good of a job. If you guys have any questions, just leave in the comments. I'll try and help you out. Or if you have, not questions, but comments about something I did wrong or anything of that matter, or what those 2 boards, maybe I'm wrong and those aren't for separating your brood box, then let me know. Guys, I'm still new, I'm still learning. New bees coming in next year, can't wait. This is gonna be hive 1 of 2 to start with. I also wanna do just a Langstroth hive next to it with a just a regular comb super on top. But yeah guys, this is it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.